Hi, I'm Andrée Morgana, and this is The Best of Mount Shasta. This is a series of shows that shows you who are the people of Mount Shasta that are exploring the spirituality of this area. And every year, thousands and thousands of people come from all over the world to Mount Shasta because it's firmly established that this is an area that has something special about it, and all people that come here with the intention to understand the spirituality and to know it have those experiences. And mostly they go to all the different nature spots, the mountain, of course, and then lakes and walks and so on, to have these experiences. And then they go home again. But what happens is while they're here, the people that come up here as visitors never meet the local people. So I've, over a period of 8 years, had a conference and festival to introduce the local people. But what I'm really excited about today is it's not just the local people that are exploring the new spirituality that Mount Shasta has to offer, but it's people that come from all over the world and then go back to their country and start their teaching in their country. And today we have this wonderful, wonderful person with us named Ayelet Segal, who's from Israel. And she has come to Mount Shasta many times, as you will hear, and has come to know Adama, has come to know Telos and Lemuria, all those stories of history that people hear about when they first come here. And if they come again and again, they find that those stories are realities today. And what Ayelet has done is gone back to her area and introduced it to her country. And so I'd like to introduce you to Ayelet. It's a deep, deep honor to have you be here today and to have people see and hear what you have to offer. And I'd like to start, if you wouldn't mind, with having you tell the audience who you are and what is your personal story. Where was it in your lifetime, this time around, that you started to have spiritual experiences, spiritual awakenings? And how did that transition to what you're doing today?
So thank you first for having me here. I'm very excited. And my name is Ayelet Segal, and I'm from Israel. I'm a mother for 4 children, and I'm a school teacher in junior high in the last 25 years. I've been had a call in the mountain 10 years ago, and it's all start after I started reading Aurelia Louise Jones' first book and get all the memory from the ancient Lemuria and from Telos. And when I put the book down, I just keep hearing the mountain call me. And I've been told me when you're going to be 35, you're going to come to the mountain and the life going to be changed. And I was coming to the mountain, then I was alone. I left my husband and beautiful 3 children at the time and came to this beautiful, amazing and connected with the Telos USA organization. I was representing already Telos Israel, and I had a big enlightenment on the mountain that changed all my life. I had this huge, it was in my birthday, exactly 10 years ago, a great energy coming inside of my body, and I was being taken for Telos inside of Mount Shasta. And as I'm a geographic teacher in history, you know, when you dig for the mountain, you can't find any city inside. But in the 5th dimension, in the higher dimension, it actually exists because my astral body go out from my physical body. I had this enlightenment. I had straight energy, great energy coming through my head, and Adama start to talking to me. And he take me to Telos and he showed me this beautiful, amazing crystallite city. And when I coming back, I knew that my mission in life is going to be changed, not only to work with children, but also to bring the energy of pure love that I felt at this time, to bring it for so many people in Israel and in the world. And this is what I'm doing since then.
That's amazing. And so how did that go from a personal experience to now what you're involved with? You have 1,000 people that are in Israel that have established a community. And I think that's really quite remarkable. And I also see it as this is really kind of what's happening in the earth today is people are learning teachings and then going back into other areas and spreading it that way. But to have 1,000 people from a different country who knew nothing about Telos and Lemuria and Adama, how did all that happen?
Definitely. So first of all, Aurelia Louise Jones was the first one to create the Telos organization, and it's a global organization. And I'm the leader with my friend in Israel. And when we come first, we didn't have people. Nobody know about Mount Shasta. Nobody know about Adama or even about Lemuria. But slowly, we start to tell the story and make small gathering. And when I came back, I start to write my books in channeling with Adama. I was wake up 4 o'clock in the morning and blind typing, start to make my first book about Telos, and then the other one. And we had more and more people to start to come in and ask questions. And we have this beautiful community. What we do, and it's like first to support each other, and not only to go in our imagination for Telos, but bring Telos to our life. In Israel, the situation is very tense, very challenged. So we bring this beautiful rays and cosmic love and energy, and the key to learn how to bring the harmony to my life with my husband, with my kids, and at school with the children. And I've been teaching this for the children in the high school too. And they are all open hearts, and all I do is, and we do in Telos and in Lemuria, knowledge is first to learn to feel our heart and to be connected to our heart, not just to go through our mind what I have to do, what is my interest, what's coming up to me from this. No, not anymore. And in our community in Israel, it's all volunteer. I mean, what the mission is like to bring our beautiful hearts to our new society and community that it's thousands of people, and we have a lot of gathering for pray for the peace and pray for the new humanity that's coming alive. And this is my mission.
It's a beautiful story.
Thank you so much.
And do you bring the people from Israel to the, Mount Shasta?
Yes, each summer we have in beautiful groups from Israel and from all over the world that come into Mount Shasta. We make initiation journey. It's 10 days of beautiful secret places, as you mentioned, in the mountain, channeled by Adama and the masters, and each one of the people have their own inside process. Most of them like breaking down and build themselves from a new beginning and learn how to deal with the tools in their regular life. Again, it's not all about being Telos, but it's bringing and be the gate and having our life here and now, as in my physical life, with the knowledge of the ancient time from Lemuria. And the people from Telos that have this big community have been working with us together. And this is what's so beautiful.
And this organization you said is that was started originally has become international. What other countries are involved?
Oh, so many. We have Telos Australia, Telos USA, Canada, Argentina, Brazil, Japan, even Africa. And it's going to be more and more, because a lot of the soul are being re-remembered about the ancient time of Lemuria. So like in my book, I'm teaching about not only Telos, but about how to live the life here and now as we live in the ancient Lemuria land. And as a geography teacher, we know about the moving of the land. There was a lot of times, history time before of this last one that we know and research. And a lot of spiritual science now bring a lot of facts, new facts, that listen, there was a other lifetime before the last 5,000 years ago that we know about. So there's much more to know about.
I think what's amazing about this is here in the county where I live is called Siskiyou County, where Mount Shasta is. And what I find is interesting is a lot of people have heard about it, but they're skeptical. And some call it woo-woo and some call it crazy and all of that. And I've been in situations where people, like one gentleman in the area, he does beautiful photography on the lenticular clouds. And when he gets to the point of sort of talking about people associating those lenticular clouds with Telos and Lemuria and that whole history, he's hesitant to cross that bridge, so to speak. And I've often thought if people just, you know, they hear about it and then that's kind of their first reaction. But if they could just go to somebody like yourself and say, okay, prove to me there's a thing called Telos. Prove to me there's a thing called Lemuria. Prove it there's Adama. Show me how I can experience Adama. Show me how I can experience Telos and Lemuria. Then that gap that is still there, maybe more in our country than it is in yours, but just that gap that is still there between hearing about it and not understanding it would just go away. And could you speak a little bit more about that?
Yes, of course. So what I'm doing with my students, okay, so we are working with all our regular sense, but we are developed a new sense. And one of them is imagination. When you imagination, whatever you want, you feel it in your body. And now doctors and the Academy of the whatever, the spiritual, the new spiritual new age, know that when we imagination something, we can look in our inside side, we can feel it, and we can make it alive in our reality. So we teach in Israel with the ray of energy of all the blue and the beautiful colors of ray, how I like to heal myself. So if I have something or my children have something in the body, they just imagination, the green ray coming to this area and boom, it's work. So once you feel it in your body and you experience it, you know it exists. So maybe not everybody can see it with their regular eyes. I had some experience, I really see them, but we can feel, some of them hear, some of the friends feel touching. So we know, and it's not only telos, because telos it's much more than a light city. It's like connected with your own spirit actually. And what's this way of living doing is to going back and communicate with myself, not go automatically with my brains and go to work, go back to work and see television. And it's like go back inside to our love, to the passion, to who we are, what is my soul. And this is an old ancient knowledge that not only been taught in Telos, but in all the religions and the Buddhism, and whenever and wherever you go on this planet, it's the same. I was connected to Telos because my heart bring me to this area, as I know in the ancients' lifetime, I was native here. So I was coming back again, but they put me in Israel. So I make all the connection and we move the people because it's all one, and this is what the new that we bring for 2020. It's love, it's open heart, and it's to communicate again with my spirit, with my soul.
I think that's very well said, and I think it's important to say that. And do you have, when you come to Mount Shasta, workshops for the public, for those people who live right here that would like to connect with you?
Yes, so in the summer we're going to come in August for 10 beautiful days. You are welcome to come to our journey, and we're making one opening day for all the public to come and to see a beautiful painting, channeling painting of one of our
and
artists.
What does that mean?
It's one of our members came to Mount Shasta and she opened the capability of channel, and she started to paint a lot of visual painters, how Telos look like, all the temples, how they live, what they eat, how they raise the kids. It's beautiful, beautiful. So you are all welcome. And of course to the 10 days of the initiation journey.
That's beautiful.
Yes.
Because I think it's so necessary for people to have the experience, and the skepticism will go away. You mentioned the word imagination, and I've often talked to people about that because that is a key feature in many meditations that people offer. And people will say, well, that's just imagination, it's not real. But then I always say, well, look at the whole cosmos, look at all of this, it came out of imagination. So we're just taking people back to that level where all of that was created from.
Exactly.
So it's beautiful what you're doing. Would you like to say more about it, or some of the stories that people have told you about how it's changed their lives?
Well, we take a lot of beautiful people to the initiation journey and make a lot of process in Israel, but in the last 10 years. But the one unique that I really love to tell about her, it's a woman by the name of Orly, and she's a blind woman from Israel that want really to see the mountain. And she made twice. She was with us 2 journey, and she come all the way to Mount Shasta. And what she saw inside of Telos, it's like unbelievable, because she was born blind, but her open sight was open, and she just tell us what she see. It was beautiful.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, we've been talking a lot about this experience. I think people will be interested to touch base with your experience with Adama, and I think you are going to work with him right now. How would you say that is? Not work with him, but what would you say about that?
So what usually we are doing, we close our eyes, we go into this journey in Telos. I will guide you and take you. You can listen to my voice. And there will be a specific time when Adama is coming through me and he's the one that talk. I'm just moving. In Israel, usually people from the audience asking him questions and he's talking to them. But today he will bring this message for all of us.
Good.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Okay, so I invite you to sit in a peaceful place and to close your eyes, to look inside. Listen to my voice and take a long breath in. And take it out. You can start imagination that all around you there's been created the tool that's called Merkaba. It's two triangles and it starts to be activated all around yourself. You can see the light, and as you sit with your etheric body in the Merkaba start to move and circularize and go up and up. All the Merkaba that is here with us, with all these beautiful soul and people that join us, going with our imagination higher and higher and rise, and we can see all the Merkaba coming together. And we're going directly to the portal, one of the major portals in this planet Earth that's called Mt Shasta. And we can see a yellow light, and we all going with the Merkaba to this yellow light and start to going inside of Mt Shasta, and we go inside deeply into the mountain. We're going into the mountain deeper and deeper, in the ground, in Mother Nature, inside of the light city, beneath Mt Shasta. All the Merkaba are coming together, they stop and open. And we can go, all of us, with our etheric body. And we can see these beautiful flowers and tree and beautiful crystal all around us. Let's breathe in. Softly and gentle, and we can feel the beautiful energy. There's two guides that coming from Telos, especially for this beautiful group that gathered here today. And they are welcome us, hello. They are happy to see us in the Telos, Light City. And as we are all coming and gathering together in a circle, there's coming to join us today the High Priest Adama. And he is the teacher of the humanity for bringing this beautiful knowledge. And he's coming to all of us. And he's bringing from his hand the beautiful blue light color, the ray of the God will, to each and every one of us, to our heart. You can breathe in very slowly and feel this beautiful energy coming to your chakra of the heart just now. Feel the love. Feel the light, and the energy is coming to your heart. And you can see inside of your heart a beautiful light and diamond. Get all this light inside of you. And you feel the energy rising in your body. Keep having this energy to yourself, as this beautiful energy is healing yourself. Each cell, atom, and electron in your astral body. Breathe in slowly. And see this beautiful light all around you. And as you keep breathing, the Master Saint Germain is coming to join us, to be with us today too. And he's carried the violet flame of the transformation. And he's going all around us. And keep sending from his hand to the back of our hearts the ray of the violet flame, to bring us the resurrection for our life. Breathe in this beautiful ray to your body. As from this day your life going to be so beautiful with lights. And there's a message from Adama to the group. I welcome for you today. I am Adama. I welcome you, brother and sister, children of light, for being here in Telos today. As I meet with you, I want to share with you that I know you already. As you've been invited and you've been chosen to come here today. As you close your eyes and release and just go with your heart to our beautiful light city, Telos. Feel the energy around yourself, beautiful children of light. As know that you are the light. As this beautiful pure energy that surrounds you exists with you in each and every day. All that you need to do is really remember again and go back to your heart as you're doing now. As the community in Telos, many of times come and invite you and contact with you, the people above the surface, and especially of this beautiful area, as you call CSU County. Mount Shasta is a huge, big diamond that shares beautiful energy to all this area and above this planet. And I invite you to come and to open your heart for a new way of living, a new way of remember of the energy, the love, the compassion that you are. Think about your life and ask yourself again, who am I? Ask yourself these questions in each morning that you are waking up and looking into your eyes in the mirror. Who am I? And I will come to guide you. I am blessing you for today. And I'm blessing Andrea for her to open this gate of energy for the people that carry the light in this planet. Be well. I am Adama. Slowly, slowly we breathe in and we take all this beautiful energy to our bodies. We thanks for the healing we get. And we know that we can come to tell us each and every day that we like and choose. And we can choose. We are the one that can make the transformation and change in our life in any aspect. This is the time to remember and coming home again. Breathe in, we're going back and separate from Telos, we're going back to our Merkaba. We see the light around us and the Merkaba is coming higher and higher. All the Merkaba of all the energy and soul that been with us, rising higher and higher and going out of Mount Shasta. Each one of the Merkaba going back to his place, his spot where his physical body is, and with the light energy, eternal body, we keep to our physical body again. We breathe in. This is the time, and I invite you to keep and come for Telos with my book and with Aurelia Louise-John's book in Mount Shasta Light Publishing and in Amazon. And for having a change, a good change and shift in your life, as is 2020. Thank you very much. Peace. Salam. Shalom.